Another episode, Easy Corner. We back. Hurricane Lane, Hightower High School, Region 3, 5A champs.
Say that one more time.
Region 3, 5A champions.
Thank you.
They're heading to San Antonio, where they will face Lancaster Thursday, 8:30 p.m. I'm here with Coach Woods. Once again, I'm here with Cameron Collins, Chris Harris, Christopher O'Neill. Guys, first of all, I want to apologize because last time we were here, I was worried about one game, Port Arthur. You guys knocked them out convincingly, but then you guys handled your business throughout the playoffs. And I want to say from the Easy Corner, from everybody, congratulations. You guys earned and deserve it. But let's get down to business. State. Obviously, Coach, you've been here. You've been here for it's your fifth year? Your fifth year. So, like Cam told me the last episode, this is your first graduating class that you were with. So how special is this run to you?
It's very special seeing these young men, as freshmen. They trusted the process to watch them develop to get to this point right now where we're playing, going to San Antonio to play for a state championship. We have 2 games to get. It's special. In this day and age, a lot of guys, when stuff are not going their way, they're quick to jump ship, want to leave, want to transfer, want to go to another program where they think it's going to be better, they can get what they want, as opposed to trusting the process. So I appreciate these young men for staying with Hightower for 4 years and trusting me, parents for trusting me, and now we're reaping the benefits of it.
Cam, you've been here since your freshman year at Hightower. How much does it mean to you knowing that you're playing for a great coach, a guy that you've known for 4 years, a guy that literally, when you walked in these doors as a 14-year-old teenager, now growing up to an 18-year-old man? Yeah. How important, what is this straight run to you?
Like Coach Wood said, it's very special, when you start off as a freshman. And, you dream about, going to state, you joke around about it, man, I want to be state champ. But, as you get older, through, sophomore year, junior year, you're like, wow, we actually have a chance, we could do it. And we put the time in, we put the work in. And so, it's a wonderful feeling. Coach Woods has been preparing us, developing us throughout, these 4 years. And, he's just been doing an excellent job, and we trusted the process and just trying to execute those little things. He's big on the little things, and I feel like we've been doing the little things, and that's why we're here right now.
Chris and KO, I actually want you guys to answer this question for me. I use the word redemption because you guys last year on that floor that ended your guys' magical run last year, you were able to conquer 2 teams on that same exact floor. So your mindset, knowing what you guys walking off that floor a year ago to now, what is you guys' mindset?
We was just hungry. Losing to Magna last year, it was a feeling that we didn't want to experience again, and we knew we had to do the win. We just had to go out there and execute and stay hungry, stay locked in, and trust the process, and that's what we are.
Last year, we was the underdogs, and so we took that as that game. We took that game as we still got one more year. I mean, for the seniors, it was that's it for us. But as juniors, we was just we got one more year to try
to get to work.
Try again, time to get to work. And we just followed Coach Wood's lead on the little things, like Cam said, just making me better as a point guard on where I'm gonna get my shots from, and then as Bryce Griggs coming in and stepping in, being a big role of getting us open shots. And us executing our offense and defense. We changed the defense. We played from last year to this year. We playing up the line, getting us more steals, making us more efficient. Yeah.
Coach, you coaching Bryce Griggs, everybody knows what he does offensively, but just talk about him on the defensive end from actually last year to this year, because I think that was actually a key focus. The knock on him was, can he defend? So going into this year, what was your mindset and what did you tell him defensively of what he needs to do?
Like Chris said, we changed up some of the things that we're doing defensively, how we defend, how we guard. And, last year losing to Manor, seeing the look on these guys' face, Bryce was a freshman, so he doesn't like to lose. And I told him in the offseason and in the springtime last year, in the fall this year, if we're going to accomplish our goal, it's going to come from the defensive end. And so in the fall, that's really what we worked on. I went and watched U of H practice, and I've always heard great things about Coach Sampson and his teams and the way they get after it on defense. So I went and watched their practice and saw some of the things they do defensively. And so, at the end of the practice, because it was an open practice, so at the end of the practice, he said, you notice everything we did, we focused on defense. Y'all might say, what about offense? Coach, you never say anything about offense, and as a college coach, they can do this, but high school, we can't. He said, when it comes to offense, recruit guys that can score. You recruit guys that can score and you just focus on defense, you're going to always stand a chance. Well, I'm a firm believer on developing skills. And so in the offseason, we do a lot of skill development, ball handling, one dribble pull-ups, spot-up shooting, learning how to create your own shots. And then it's my job as a coach is to design an offense where we can clear the floor out or side out or whatever, and you can utilize what we've been working on or what you've been working on all fall, all spring, in the summer, in the fall. And I believe we've done that. But defense was the main thing that we worked on and focused on in the fall leading up to the season. And I believe the guys bought into it, and as one of the reasons we're still playing.
Anybody can answer this question. You guys have been the underdog probably your whole Hightower career, man. Now you guys are making your name for yourself on the biggest stage. You guys have been knocking out guys that, like I told you guys last time in the last interview, maybe every round you guys probably faced a Division I player in every round of these playoffs. So when you guys are knocking them out, what do you guys say as seniors, knowing that they say this guy is better than me, but you guys are winning these games? What does that do for you guys' confidence?
It took all 5 of us just to eliminate that one player from each team. We Coach Woods give us scout sheets before every game. We scout and make sure we read the scouting report right and hope that one player. We know the one player is going to get his, but it's all about what his teammates can do. And like they said about Bryce, they say he's going to get his, but what us 4 can do. And we always step up to the plate and do the little things. And for the other teams, it's like the other 4 players, they'll never. Well, sometimes they'll step up, but we'll always finish the game off and with the win.
It's a big confidence booster, when they talk up. We hear so much about this guy before the games and stuff, but we block all that little noise out and we focus on what we have to do to stop them and stop whoever that guy is, and just make it hard for them. Limit to maybe his points or what he's used to doing. Just try to limit him, throw him off his game. And when we come out with the win, it's just like, okay, well, who's next? And we just move on from there. And so before the games, we really focus on just locking in and executing the game plan. Coach Woods does a really good job of just getting us prepared. I know we keep saying that, but it's true. He's gonna have us prepared for the games. It's just our job to execute.
Yeah, it's all about staying locked in, executing the plan. Been doing that all year, man. We've been victorious doing it, so why switch it up?
I believe this group is the epitome of team. And if you look, you see it, a lot of teams have it on their shirt, or you see the slogan, together everyone achieves or accomplishes more. That's what it is. We are a team. I know for the media, they look at Bryce and the things that he's doing on the court. But if you take the other 12 guys off the team, Bryce wouldn't be able to win by himself.
Right.
It is a team. And I always tell the guys, Bryce is special. We all know that, and hopefully the city of Houston recognize that now, and the state recognize that.
Yes, sir.
He is special.
And the country.
And the country,
needs
exactly. He is special. And I tell these guys, like, we all have roles. Be a star in your role. And if you do that, we will be successful as a team. But if you try to step outside of your role and do some other things because you're listening to the outside voices, guys that are not in the locker room with you, guys that are not on the court preparing to face our opponent, then we're not going to have the type of game that we need to have. And so far, so good. These guys have been locked in. They've been doing their job. They've been stars in their role. And, and in their role, believe it or not, it changes from game to game.
Yeah.
People don't see it, but, when they're introducing the starters for the other game, or they introduce our starters, when the guys run by me, I tell them a little something. I told Cam, I need you to get 12 rebounds this game.
Yeah.
I didn't say I need you to score 12 points, but he's going to end up scoring points. But I just think if Cam gets 12 rebounds, Chris, defense, baby, I need you to lock them down. And they go out and they do it. And if we continue to be stars in our role, then I believe the sky's the limit for us.
Coach, this question is for you. I look to the right of these banners. I see semifinalists in 01, 02, and 03, semifinals in 2011. Just to give everybody a brief history lesson, Coach Wise in 02 and 03, Coach Green in 2011. Those two coaches actually went on to win a state championship, but they didn't win it at Hightower. So for you to be amongst them, the elite coaches, the question is, can you get it done at Hightower?
When I first took this job and I saw the talent that they have in this area, I said, I'm going to bring a state championship to Hightower. Now, did I think it was going to be 5 years later? No. Don't know how long it's going to take. Like we as coaches, we tell the parents and we tell the players it's a process. For us coaches, it's a process as well. And we have to trust the process. A lot of people can see, but not everyone has vision. I have a vision with the support of the community, the administrative staff, the hard work of these young men, the hard work of the coaching staff that we have. We're going to win a state championship at Hightower. There's no doubt in my mind.
Guys, we know that I call Lancaster one of the teams of the decade because every time I look up, they're always there. They're always there. They got a proven coach that's won, I think, 2 state championships, at least at Lancaster. When you guys know that here we go again, you guys are playing another big team with another big name with Division I with players on that team. How do you knock off a team like that?
Staying locked in and staying prepared. We've been facing adversity all year. We've been prepared for the worst. We're battle tested, so we gonna come out there. They gotta play. They tie their shoes just like we tie ours. So we gotta go out there and play.
I'm low key glad that we playing them first and instead of Saturday because we have more time to prepare for them. They have more scores on the team, so we have scout report sheets. We're gonna watch film, get down to the little details of what they can and what they cannot do, and just be ready to play.
I feel like this team, this Hightower team, I feel like we could beat anybody if we, if we really want it. This game is going to come down to, and it has been, who wants it more. Who's gonna be the more physical team. Who's diving on the floors for loose balls and showing that toughness. Coach has been preaching toughness all year, and we've been each game just getting a little bit more tougher. Just doing the little things, and so I feel like that's what it's going to come down to if we're going to beat a good team like this.
I'm glad that you said that because that's been kind of one of my concerns.
Yeah.
I would say the last 3 years, a Dallas team has walked out with state championships. And my whole thing is this: I think Houston has the same talent, but my concern is that mental aspect and that toughness. when I say that, what's you guys' answer to that? Because I think that's literally like when I look at some of these state championship games, they've been close. Like Houston and Dallas, they've been close. Last year, when Duncanville played Klein Forest, I think that game was close. But I just think it came down to that one extra mental and toughness.
Yeah.
What do you tell your team, especially you three as seniors? What do you tell those other guys?
Man, we just want to leave it all on the floor. You know, you just like, we're here. You know, you can't get this back. You know, we've come this far, and you know why stop now? You know, just a little. You don't want to, go in the locker room.
Yeah.
Coaches just saying that at practice. You don't want to go in the locker room just sitting there thinking like, man, I should have did. Yeah, what if I could have done this? And so we're just gonna leave it all on the floor and see where it lands.
Yeah.
Coach, what do you say as your team say that? Like, how important is more of the mental game in a game like this, knowing like this is a game probably in a dome, a game they haven't had that experience in a game like this. So how important is the mental going into Thursday night?
Well, it comes down to preparation. If you're prepared, proper preparation prevents poor performance. We've played in front of large crowds all year. Again, having a player like a Bryce Greer's on your team, he draws eyes to Hightower. So we've played on big stages. I don't think the crowd is going to affect these guys. So they just got to be ready to stay locked in, stay focused. They're seniors, they're leaders, they've been here. Like you said, I believe we're battle tested. We've played a good preseason schedule to prepare us for teams like Lancaster or Lancaster, depends on where you're from. So I have the utmost faith and confidence in this group that we can get it done.
Coach, if there is a state championship coming to Hightower's way, how does that kind of cement your legacy? Because I already think that you're one of the elite coaches in Houston. The way that you can communicate with your players and the way that your players respond to you and also play defense. But I think the only thing that's missing from your resume is a state championship. Honestly, I would call you like an Andy Reid. Andy Reid finally got the Super Bowl ring, but the only thing that's missing from your resume is a state championship. What you think that would do for you? Even though I know you don't think about it as much, but like I know you're a team-oriented guy, but personally, what would that do for your legacy as a head coach?
Of course, every coach that coaches this game wants to win a state championship. Honestly, that's not why I got into this. I'm a competitor. I'm a winner. So yes, I want to win it, but I don't think it will. It will cement my legacy. What makes me, to me, what my legacy is going to be how many players that played for Coach Woods went on to play college ball. And so far it's over 30. And so to me that means a lot. Okay. Winning a championship is just, you're just going to be in an elite group, a fraternity, because not every, like even making it to state. My mentor, Johnny Carter, was the coach at Hastings, and we had some great teams there, and we never got over that hump and made it out of regionals to go to state. Kingwood knocked us off twice, and Clear Lake beat us. And so I realized how hard it is to get out of this region and then go to San Antonio now, not Austin, but it's in San Antonio now. And so I'm taking advantage of this opportunity. Something I've been telling the guys all year, we got to live in the moment. Take advantage of this opportunity because there's no guarantee when you'll get back or if you will ever get back. One of the things that I always remember is I coached Deuce, Aaron Glenn Jr. Aaron Glenn played for the NFL, played for the Jets, 15-year NFL career. I want to say it was his first or second year with the Jets. They went to the Super Bowl. They lost. Or it was the game.
98 against the Broncos.
And he said, as a young player, they had a good nucleus, defensive group coming back. Offense was good. We'll get back here. Never got back to that championship.
Yeah.
And he had a 15-year career. So we have to take advantage of this opportunity. I just think about my life and my coaching career and the people God put in my life and the experiences that I've gained from them. And I'm just trying to pour that into these young men and use those as motivating factors as we make this this run.
You three, my question. I'm gonna go back to those banners. As I look at those banners, all I see is semifinals. So when they've been to state, they haven't really made it past that semifinals round. So for you guys as seniors, I asked the same question as I asked your coach. Your legacy, if you guys can get to a state championship and win it, what would that do for you guys, and you guys' families?
Really, I feel like it'll do a lot, but I always remember like who was there with me through the process. I always remember Coach Woods since my freshman year. Like he always taught me what's right from wrong as being a man on and off the court and stepping on the court. And he taught me the little things. And to be honest, I really think out of all the coaches I had, he improved my game because AAU coaches, we be with them over the summer, but they never got on me about the little things. It's the little things that makes you play in college. And Coach Woods put me through that. So I always remember the people that was with me through the process.
Yeah, especially when we talk about making it this far. Coach always tells us the further we get, the more opportunities that we have to play at the next level, the more eyes are on us. So, it's a blessing just to get to this point, and we're going to make the most out of this opportunity that we have.
I feel like 2020 is a year of change, especially for this program. I think, we already would go down as, one of the greatest, Hightower teams. So we just done a lot of things that this school has never done before. We're starting with the Fort Bend tournament.
Yeah.
We've that's something that we added to our list. That was a blessing in that.
Yeah.
District champions. That's another thing that was one of our short-term goals. So just state champs. That's the long-term goal now. So we're confident in what we have to do.
Real confident. And each goal we preached in the off season, we accomplished, and this is our third goal. And our first two goals we accomplished the Fort Bend tournament, like he said, district champs. And the crazy thing is, my last year, the years I've been at the school, been on varsity, I have never beat Shadow Creek, and we finally beat them my last year. It took us twice, not once but twice. We beat them twice in the game to go to San Antonio. And now that we're here,
that we accomplished regional champs now.
accomplished our goals basically. Yeah. That's our plan.
So seeing that, the state semifinals, it just gives us a little more, a little more. I'm hungry. I want to get past that, be the first team, to win a state championship at Hightower High School.
Never satisfied all year.
When you look at great programs, and I always look at college, because I think they play the game the right way and for the right reasons. So when you look at a Duke, when you look at a Kentucky, or Kansas, or Villanova, those are great programs.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I noticed that those programs have in common is they are player, leader driven. Meaning the guys that graduate, or if they leave early and go to the NBA, they come back. They come back in the summer times. They come work out with the guys that are currently in school. They rough them up. They get them prepared for the next season and hopefully an NBA career as well. That's what I envision here at Hightower. And we're starting to get that. The first group I had, Kalen Jackson, Kenny, Mouton, Steve, they coming back in the summertime. They're playing in open gym. They're talking to and mentoring the younger guys. And for us to make this run this year, a lot of that is contributed to them as well.
Yeah.
See, it's things that a lot of people don't see on camera that goes into these guys developing. And it's not always Coach Woods. It's not always the coaching staff. So I think if we continue to do that, and as long as Coach Woods is here, this is my family. They always will be welcome here. And I think if they come back and give what they've learned through the 4 years they were here, they're fortunate enough to go on to college, which I think they all will. And the things that they learn in college, they come back and teach the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, the program will continue to go in the right direction.
Coach, I work at Lake Olympia Middle School. I call that Hightower pandemonium. I think that you guys are one of just the top teams, like, for just the community. As I stream the game, everybody is going for you. So I just want you guys to talk about a little bit of how important this Hightower community, or just not even Hightower, the whole community of Fort Bend has been behind you guys since day one. Because I can ask a lot of kids from probably that lives on the other side, oh, what school would you like to go to? Hightower. On this side, there's Zona Hightower. So just talk about how Hightower is just that hotbed for basketball, not just boys basketball, but also girls too.
Coach, who is this?
To me, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, and I always tell the guys, this is one of the first things I tell them, and when I have a parent meeting, see, you got something to go pick up, man, you guys? What I tell when we have the parent meeting, I tell you want to represent yourself the right way. So, you know, my guys don't be sagging their pants. My guys don't be cussing and loud in the hallways or in the classroom or out in the community, because you're representing Hightower High School. You're representing our principal, John Montalongo. You represent your family, and you represent Coach Woods when you represent the basketball program. Because if you get in trouble in the hallways, in the classroom, over at Walmart, they're not going to say Cameron Collins. They're going to say one of them Hightower basketball players. Mm-hmm. And so we want to represent Hightower in a great way in the community. And as a result, they have gotten behind us. One thing I've noticed is, like I said before, I know Elkins has made it to state.
Yeah.
Marshall has made it to state.
Yeah.
Bush, Travis,
Dulles.
Dulles. The community is always behind any school from the area that goes, and Hightower is no different.
Yeah.
So, we want to go up. We're going to represent Hightower and Fort Bend, Missouri City, Fresno, to the best of our ability. We're going to play our hearts out, and I truly believe we're going to be victorious.
As seniors, knowing that you guys are guaranteed one last time to put on that Hightower jersey. You guys are done playing in the city of Houston now. Now, you guys, what has Hightower meant to you over the years? And honestly, I want Chris to start off that question, because, like I said, I was there in 2017 against the loss against Cy Falls. I was last year against Barbers Hill. So, like, I know that, like I've said, you experienced those playoff losses. And, Coach, I was there 16 against Dopey. So knowing from now, knowing that
For me,
how hard it is to get to a state. Now you're there.
Yeah, I say adversity.
Yeah.
I say God put me through a lot, but Coach Woods always made me, like, he put me in the right situations to, like, understand what's right from wrong, and what us, like, as a team need to accomplish. And it took me some years to, like, really understand what he meant, like maturity. It took me a couple of years, my last year, senior year, to really understand what the little things he was talking about. At first, I really wasn't understanding. I was putting my head down, not listening to him, but it be every now and then he teaches me what's right from wrong, how to be a better player, point guard. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off what Chris said about the adversity part. Hightower, we've definitely experienced, just from what I've been here, a lot of adversity, whether it's the games, just different players, deciding, to leave.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of stuff that we had to go through, but that's what I feel like that's what made us closer, and saying, what you said about the senior part, we're seniors, how do we want to, leave this school? What do we want to go out on? And so it brought us closer, and then it also has taught us some life lessons too. That's the game of basketball brings you. It shows you different circumstances, the different situations. Like, man, I've been through this before. So it's like at the adversity, we've been to a lot of adversity, and I just again thank God for putting us in this situation to be successful.
Yeah. coming over here from, actually I went to Quill Valley, so I came over here to Hightower my freshman year. I went to Elkins for one semester. And, coming over here, I already knew these guys growing up. We played AAU together, played against them in middle school. They went to elementary with me. So, just be able to come here and finish what we started back then, with these guys, my brothers. They like family. So, I just thank God for putting us in this position, allowing us to get this far with all the stuff we've been through. Man, it's just a blessing.
Coach, how special have these young men been? Because they've been pillars of I call them like the backbone and the heartbeat of this program. Like you said, so knowing that you've been with these guys for 4 years and knowing that you guys have a chance to end it the way it's supposed to end, which is bringing a state championship to Hightower for the first time, knowing you have guys like that that's stuck with you and are with you. What does it mean?
It means a lot. Like I say, as a coach, you want players and parents to trust you. And so the players and the parents, this senior group, they have trusted me, and I appreciate that. And so, as a coach, I'm going to do everything I can to help us as a team accomplish our goal. When we started the playoffs, I told the guys, let me know if you really want to make this run, because I'm about to sacrifice a lot of time from my family, watching a lot of video, preparing you guys. And if this is not something you want, let's all be on the same page, because trust me, I enjoy spending time with my family and being at home. So if this is not something you want, let me know so I won't go crazy trying to prepare you guys and you really don't want it. And they say, Coach, no, we want it. And so they committed themselves to it, and our coaching staff committed ourselves to preparing them, and so far it's paid off. I think this group right here, especially if we win a state championship, it would cement. This would be a team that will be talked about for it being a team for years to come, decades.
Guys, I want you guys to at least tell Coach Woods, what do you want for him, knowing that you guys are playing Thursday? What do you guys want out of this state run that you guys are making? You tell them. Don't tell, or you can say it in my camera, but I want you guys to tell them, what do you want for him?
Hey, wait, say that again.
What do you want for your coach, knowing that you guys are going to the state run? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys that want to win it, but how much has he meant to you guys over the course of you guys' Hightower career?
I would say, because a lot of people don't give coaches the recognition that they deserve, but I know that he's not in it for the recognition. He wants us to get to the next level. So I don't really know exactly what I want for him, but he definitely needs some recognition, because without him, we're nothing.
He's meant a lot, man. Over these 4 years, we've learned so much. And like Chris said, I've had good coaches in the past, AAU, they know the game of basketball, but those little things, it all comes down to the little things. I'm about to act like Coach Woods. He be like, man, guys, it's not how you play the game, it's how you think the game. So that's always stuck with me.
Yeah, it's a lot of little stuff.
I've learned so much, and I just want to thank him, for allowing me to, play at such a high level and just preparing us,
teaching us the game.
Really teaching
Not
us the
letting
game.
us just play, even in open gym.
Yeah,
he stops us.
Because like you said, KO, man, we trying to play open gym.
Yeah.
You gotta cut, man. You gotta cut. Get open. Just doing those little things. Because it's gonna help, especially at the next level.
We're gonna be prepared.
Yeah, the coaches don't have to go over, that little stuff that we should have known back in high school. We're already a step up as a freshman. We're already a step that above other guys that may not know it. So he's definitely been a blessing for us in our life. I know for me for sure.
Yeah. Definitely for me.
The one thing I noticed about Coach Woods is he always has a quote. He always got a quote. Yeah. He always got a quote. He always remembers a quote, and about the game of basketball, and he tells us a quote about this lion that's hungry or something like that. It's a quote that he always teaches me or something like that about being a leader, and that he talks about Kevin McGaskey that graduated here from last year, how he's the leader on the college team that he's at right now, and they're winning games and he's doing good there. Coach Woods, he put it's so much I can tell you, it's a lot, but he teaches me how to be a man, like knowing the game of basketball, understanding the little things, and he put us in the right like spot to get looked at for college coaches, like the right defense up the line. I average more steals from any of the years I played, making the right decisions, when to pass, where to pass, stop the jumping pass, all that. This is a lot, but basically being a leader.
As you hear these from your senior group, what is your response?
I think back to when I played my freshman year in college. I averaged 31, 32 minutes a game. I can vividly remember being tired in the game, and our signal to come out the game was to hold up a fist. And the college coach at the time, Mike DeMint, would look at me and look down the bench, and he'll call timeout. And when you got a 60-second rest, get you some water. You're going back in. I'm not taking you out. And so, because of that, a lot of people say, well, you played 30 minutes a game. Either two things: your team was real sorry or you was real good.
Yeah.
And I say, no, I just think I was able to play 30 minutes a game, and the coach trusted me because I did the little things. We, as a team, we only averaged 12.3 turnovers a game, and the ball was in my hand majority of the time. I wasn't flashy, I wasn't fancy, but I was effective and efficient. And so I think back on how did I become that way? Mm-hmm. Well, my high school coach, Eddie Nelson, coached in Bay City for 38, 40 years. He taught me the game. Mm-hmm. He taught me how to play the game. And so my job is to pass that knowledge on to these guys because I'm in this profession. It does me no good to have all this knowledge and wisdom and what I was taught and what I went through just to keep it to myself. That's selfish. And so what I try to do is I try to pass all of that information, all the experiences that I had to help me get to have the success that I had in college, to pass it on to them. And if they listen, if they're fortunate enough to go on and play in college, I hope that they would do the same, pass that knowledge, come back and pass that knowledge on to the younger guys that are here, and that will continue to help Hightower grow and be a successful program. But I'm a firm believer that if you want to be rich or successful, you don't keep money or knowledge to yourself. You pass it on, and you will continue to be blessed.
And my final question, we all know the fill in the blank. For Hightower to be state champions, they have to
defend. So defense, continue to play as a team, do the little things.
You took the words out my mouth. I defend. That's the most important thing.
That's number one. That's how we go here.
Yeah, and then play as a team. Moving the ball movement, get out of the run,
staying together,
same page.
Yeah,
everybody got to be locked in.
Cause we've been on the big stage before, so I don't think that the crowd or anything would be an issue. It's just the leaders on the floor. We have to come together and get the other guys in order. We should be fine.
Taking criticism, everybody messes up. Yeah. So you should be able to listen to your brother, listen to what he's telling you and just correct it, and then vice versa.
I feel like this game's gonna be one of the biggest games we all play, and we didn't seen a lot, like traps, all that. I always say it's gonna be hard to beat us, so we ain't gonna go out with a fight.
I am the easy corner, Region 3 champs, Hightower Hurricanes, and for Coach Woods, a little added motivation. they will be honoring the 95 Port Arthur team. So I know, so like for a little added motivation, you guys better go out there, handle business against Lancaster Thursday, 8:30 p.m. The number 1 team in the state versus number 2 team in the state. Hopefully I'll be there. Go ahead.
Before we end this, I want to know your predictions. Talk to me.
Oh man, so I'm gonna look in the camera and I'm gonna be honest with myself. So I said this. It's been a flip-flop back and forth. So you know Lancaster got those dogs and Mike Miles and Mr. Wade Taylor. But at the end of the day, I believe you guys have the best player on the floor in Bryce Griggs, and one thing that what you guys can do is defend. So I told myself after the Port Arthur game, I will not go against Hightower for the rest of the playoff run. So I am expecting the Hurricanes to win. Final score, 73-69. Go get that state championship.
Appreciate you.
No problem. I got y'all, man.
Shout out Easy Corner, man. Keep doing your
Easy
thing,
Corner, Coach Woods, Cameron Collins, Chris Harris, KO, Region 3 state champs, but we all know they're coming back with the real state championship. See you next time.